I'm Jake Allen Graham. I'm reviewing 2005 movie of Fantastic Four. I give it a 10 out of 10 because it's a classic comic book movie in my eyes. That's also a funny comedy and spoofs the Fantastic Four itself that the comic's based off of. It feels like a spoof on the Fantastic Four. Like a charming comedy spoof on the Fantastic Four for the Fantastic Four fans. Is what it feels like these were made out of people who grew. This movie feels like it was made by people who grew up with the comics but wanted to poke fun of the comics and turn it into a comedy and poke fun of the comics and source material and treat the Fantastic Four like a joke of a punching bag. A joke of a punchline is what each Fantastic Four members feels like in the movie. A laugh a minute. I like this movie like I love the movie Happy Gilmore, starring Adam Sandler. I think that this movie's that funny. I'm not sure which is funnier. This made me laugh harder. This or Happy Gilmore, starring Adam Sandler, one of Adam Sandler's finest movies. That is Happy Gilmore, one of his funniest movies, I think. That's how much I enjoyed the first. And how funny the first Fantastic Four movie was. Also, I thought it was cool that they made the thing actual. I thought it was cool that Michael Chiklis wore actual costume in the movie while filming the first two Fantastic Four movies. That's pretty cool looking thing costume product. I mean, thing costume is pretty cool looking in the movie, I thought. And I like the tights that they wear in the movie. I like the colors they go for, the black and blue tights. Mostly blue. A lot more blue than black. And I like how it has it actually looks, it doesn't look, it looks something. I like the Fantastic Four costumes in the movie. The other three wear it besides the thing. And I like the origin story, and I like the villain of the film, Doom. And I like how once he discovers he has power, it just goes right to his head. He goes on a killing spree to kill everyone in his way that wants to take him off of his board. Like when his own company wants to take him off of his own, the board wants to take him off his own company. Guess what he does? He kills everyone who wants to. He basically kills the one person who's going to get promoted, or he basically kills anyone in his way. You know, it goes on a little bit of a killing vendetta spree before he kills the four. Because he likes the power and he loves to go to his head. So he's basically Kevin Bacon from Hollow Man type of villain. Yes, they made the smart thing and not to make this Doom a sympathetic character, but just make him an actual unsympathetic monster. And kind of a fun villain. And I thought it was kind of cool how this movie gives him powers. And I thought it was cool how he goes through it I always like kind of cool once he knows like a single scar on his face is showing, he just goes for the Doctor Doom mask on display to cover his one single scar on his face. That's kind of pissing him off. It's like it's not working. He's like doesn't like scar on his face, so he just covers it with the Doom mask, comic Doom mask from the comics. And that was cool. How he has a cool costume. Even Doom in this movie has a cool comic book looking costume. I thought this movie was cool looking, and when it got to the action, it really was pretty fun to watch, to show the action. When they showed the action, even though it was all, the action moments were kind of short-lived, I thought, especially the finale. I wish it went on longer, the finale, which is kind of a shame because the finale is the most action in the film gets, where you see the four working together, and you see after the thing single-handedly takes on Doctor Doom and delivers the line, "It's clobbering time," when he decides to become the Thing again. After Doom cures him, he decides to hop in the machine to become Thing again, and to help Reed and the others. So I thought it was cool. I liked that a lot of this movie. I give this movie a 10 out of 10. Yay, I enjoyed this movie that much. I enjoyed this movie that much to give it a 10 out of 10. That's why I give the first 2005 Fantastic Four movie from 2005 a 10 out of 10. It's campy comic book fun. Marvel magic, it feels like. At its best. Serve. To you, the audience. And that's how much I enjoy this movie. I enjoy this movie to give it a 10 out of 10. Sure, there could have been more action in this movie, and maybe it could have had more action by skipping over the origin story of the four and just jumping right in. But in the early 2000s, it was a common gimmick, also a phase that the audience would want to see, basically origin stories of comic book characters. And then they got sick of that, eventually, I guess. Somewhere down the line in 2010, thanks to the MCU blowing up and expanding on their universe. In the 2010s, long after their Phase 1 appearance was finished wrapping up in Phase 1. I think that's when people started to get sick of origin stories for comic book movies by then. And no longer wants them, I guess. But for origin stories, I thought this was a fun origin story, this first Fantastic Four movie. I give it a 10 out of 10. because it was a better origin story and kept me more awake than the first Spider-Man movie from 2002. As a kid, it felt more like a sugar high. It felt more like it felt more like a fun ride than 2002 Spider-Man movie to me as a kid. That's what I thought of this movie. Growing up as a kid, I remember I liked this movie more than the first Spider-Man movie with Tobey Maguire. Because I had that much fun watching the movie. It was that good of a movie for me as a kid, and it was that much fun. I enjoy everything about this movie. Growing up, I remember, and I still enjoy everything about this movie a lot. I think this holds up fine, fairly well, enough to give it a 10 out of 10 for me. Okay, that's my review on 2005 Fantastic Four, and why I give it a 10 out of 10. Okay, hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up to like this video, and hit the comment section, let me know what you love this movie. If you've seen this movie, you like this movie, or what, I don't know, what do you think of the Fantastic Four movie from 2005? Let me know in the comment section if you've seen this movie and ends up liking it, or what. And, oh yeah, it's nighttime where I am. I just realized it's nighttime. I forgot. Okay, goodbye. Subscribe to my channel. Bye now.